Looking into the Ethereum chart, we can see that Ethereum has very recently had a break towards the downside, breaking out of this lower support line, which is looking pretty alarming for the Ethereum price, especially as we haven't really seen Bitcoin push too far down, which is quite strange to see because usually Ethereum follows suit with a Bitcoin. So very interesting to see what's going on. Obviously, we still are yet to get as low as we were the other day, which was back on the 12th of May, where we came all the way down to $1,700 at this level. But things are looking a little bit worrying for the Ethereum price, and I do expect that we will come down into the range, guys. You can see that this would take us down to around $1,700, which, lo and behold, is the height of this pattern. That would bring us down to this green support line. Now we need to know whether Ethereum is really likely to head much lower in the shorter term, and the answer is if we do head towards $1,700, there's no guarantee that we're going to be heading lower than that, but depending on how long it is before we hit $1,700 could play a big key part in that. So what I want to draw your attention to, this is on the weekly chart, is this candle here. What I really expect to see, guys, is to hold this bottom line of support, because ultimately the bottom line of support more often than not does hold. It's the top line that we do tend to see breakouts from. Not saying that it can never happen, there is always the opportunity for it to happen. So we've just got to pay attention to what's going on. But over on the Bitcoin chart is showing something a little bit different from what we're seeing in Ethereum, especially zooming in to the 4 hour. And ultimately, this is what's happening on the Bitcoin price right now. And this is why one day you're waking up and the crypto market is green, and the next day you wake up and the crypto market is red. It's basically because Bitcoin, ever since the 12th of May, it's been bouncing around in this range, which is making it extremely boring for now and maybe a little bit unpredictable, because ultimately we're waiting for it to make a decision. Because once it makes a decision, if it was to perhaps drop towards the bottom side, come back, retest and drop again, then we know that we're going to head significantly lower for the Bitcoin price. Ultimately though, if we break towards the upside and do something similar, then we're going to be heading towards at least $34,000. So yeah, right now, it's very difficult to know exactly what's going to happen to the Bitcoin price, because it needs to make a decision whether it's going to drop below there or go above there. So it's actually kind of simple to look at it right now. Obviously, we need a retest as well, guys, because we see here, we did break towards the downside, but we never held the retest. Obviously as well there, we pushed out, we never held a retest, we just came straight back inside. So until we're seeing a close and a solid retest on either direction, then the crypto market is going to be fairly static. We continue to see altcoins bleeding as Bitcoin remains indecisive, and which is probably why we're seeing Ethereum take a little drop. Also looking into the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, we can actually see what's just happened. This has happened in the last few hours, where we're in sort of this rising flag pattern, and then we've ultimately had a drop towards the downside, showing that we are potentially going to see a bigger drop in Ethereum down to around 5% of a Bitcoin, which to me is probably indicating that we're going to see a further drop in the crypto markets, because as Bitcoin falls, everything will tend to fall more aggressively. So I can see Ethereum coming down to around this level here, and if it holds, then we're going to be looking at where our bull market starts again. Because ultimately when Bitcoin is high against other cryptos, it tends to mean the markets are down. But when other coins like Ethereum, etc. are at the top, this is usually where the tops of the market are. So we're looking right now for a potential further down bottom of the market, unless we're able to wick back up. But right now things are looking a little bit dicey for all of the crypto markets. Possibly Bitcoin could be coming down to around 25,000, very difficult to tell exactly where, possibly even lower. And Ethereum could well be giving opportunities to get in around 1,700, 1,600, maybe even lower than that. But ultimately these prices right now I see as good discounts, not financial advice, but if you're looking to get into the crypto market, then you don't need to be calling the absolute bottom for the crypto markets. I can pretty much guarantee, I'm sure if you think about it too, that later down the line, maybe this year, maybe next year, whatever you put in now is going to be worth significantly more money. So it's not about panicking now, guys. It's about being calm, being greedy when others are fearful, fearful when others are greedy. So make the most of the opportunity, guys, and I see this as an opportunity time in the market. Guys, I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, even when the markets are down. If you are, then make sure you smash the like button down below. Thanks very much for doing that. And if you're new to the channel and you want more updates about Ethereum, Bitcoin, and other cryptos in the market, then make sure you are subscribing to the House of Crypto to be kept up to date with all of the latest happening. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon with another video.